Is this one of the links you usually send me, Williams? That give me a warning when I click them.
It might be similar, yeah. So this.
Oh, have a look at that. Have a look at that.
So
one.
just to give you a bit of
warning,
not really a backstory, but yeah, a bit of a warning. So this came up in my recommended searches on my Facebook. So if you think about the sort of stuff that Facebook recommends to you based on what you know click on and things.
I'm assuming this is going to be some kind of horny pasty lovers website or something. women of a certain body shape.
So it came up on on the old face. Should I send it to WhatsApp?
You haven't sent it to me yet, no.
Right. So this popped up. I'll let you.
Wowza! Okay, that is something else. Wow. That is, yes, for people listening wondering what I'm looking at, it is a website called the EmpireStripsBack.com. So Los Angeles performances from November the 17th. So let's click the About page.
Yeah.
So after a sold-out, critically acclaimed US tour, the Empire Strips Back announces 8 weeks in San Francisco. If you missed our sold-out Warfield Theatre show, be prepared for some seriously sexy stormtroopers, a dangerously seductive Boba Fett, some tantalizing Twi'leks, and a delightfully lukewarm Tauntaun, a ladylike Skywalker, the droids you are looking for, and much, much more. Wowza. So I'm looking at some of the pictures here, and there's a naked green woman with what can only be described as stockings filled with sausage meat sticking out of a head. There's a really Wookiee erotica. Dear me. And so they also sell a thing called Wookiee erotica. So on episode 1, there is a Wookiee covering a woman's private parts.
See, there's a market for Wookiee erotica, so why isn't there a market for gnome podcasts? So, you know.
Well, there clearly is. If we're getting listened to in Iran, Williams, then, you know, who knows?
Exactly.
Who knows what people like to listen to?
Exactly.
But no, the Empire Strips Back. It looks. I will spend some more time looking.
I think it looks quite classy. Actually, it's not. You know, it's not. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not.
Williams.
Awesome.
It's not classy. What kind of world you living on?
Classy.
How's a big Jabba the Hutt and some people dressed in weird costumes while women are gyrating around naked classy? In what world is? I mean, you should see the stormtrooper outfits. Like, they've got plastic nipples. They've got weird belts covering the crotch area. It's
Have you seen C-3PO with its shiny bottom yet?
C-3PO is a woman in this one it's got metal. She got metal boobs, and yes, I am glad Wookiee erotica. I am glad that you've shared this. I'm happy to have had my first look. I feel it may be my last look as well. But it's doing nothing for me in terms of getting me going, should I say?
Well, it's not meant to get you going. It's just
of course it is. It's erotica. But I've never looked at Chewbacca and just thought, whoa. To be honest, I mean, maybe in the 80s and the 70s there was more call for lots and lots of hair, but these days maybe not so much. Yeah, it's an interesting one, but it just got to show the kind of man you are, Williams, you pervert, and your Facebook suggesting this to you.
But there you go. So, VIP admission includes entry, a T-shirt, and 2 glasses of champagne.
Okay,
so
very nice. We should say entry to the show.
I mean, that should be included.
Yes. There is no bounds, and you have to. We want to share with you a little bit of our personality. Now, for those who don't know, my good friend here, Dan Williams, and myself used to play an awful lot of Mario Kart when we were students, and Double Dash. I believe Williams is the reigning champion. Williams never was able to be the reigning champion because every time we got close, I would turn the console off, kick it with a bit of rage, and say, "I'm not playing this anymore." Yeah, yes, corn, and storm off. Yeah, throw a bottle of. As you've got older, so this is a conversation, Williams. Are we too old now to play video games? Because we recently I shared with my good friend Dan and my other friends that I was selling my video games collection. So I have over the years I collected many systems, the GameCube being one of them. And it was time, because of getting older now and having a young child who wants some of his own stuff. We said, we haven't really got anywhere to store them. So I sold all my old games, and in place, my son had his birthday. He got a Nintendo Switch, and one of our first look today is a PlayStation 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I bought myself a PlayStation 5 to replace all the old ones.
I stopped at PlayStation 2. That was my last console.
Yeah, there's not many adults I know still would purchase video games. I have the excuse, it's for Braden, it's for my son. It's not really. But yes, we got rid of all of our old stuff and took Braden to go and get a PS5, which he was very excited about.
Yeah.
And it now sits under the TV gathering dust. Because there's no time to play it because we have full-time jobs. He goes to school and we have other responsibilities of adult life.
But it's there when you want it.
I have had a little bit of a play with it, and it's the PlayStation 5, and it's.
So what are the top games for PlayStation 5 at the moment?
See, the games that I would want to buy are the same games I would have bought many years ago. FIFA.
Yeah.
Mario Kart, which you can't get on a PlayStation.
No.
But the new FIFA's come out, but I didn't realise, Williams, how expensive the bloody games are. So I thought, oh yes.
How much are they now? Yeah, but they were really expensive back in the day, though.
So the new FIFA is £69.99, which I thought was a lot of money.
Which is a lot, but I do remember back along, as we say down here. Back along. I remember some, especially the big games, were like towards 50 quid.
Yeah.
So when you think 20 years plus, but 30 years.
I don't buy that, Williams. I don't buy that at all. No, because back in the day, you could buy a packet of Haribo for £1, and a packet of Haribo is still £1. So if Haribo can be the same price, why can't PlayStation get? They're just profiteering, Williams. Like these old companies, profiteering off old farts like me who still want to play FIFA every so often.
And do you still get FIFA? I'm showing my age now, but do you get FIFA on a CD?
You do. You can get a CD or you can get a digital version. So the console I bought was the CD version because I'm a bit like an old man who's like, no, what if something happens?
A physical copy.
I want a physical copy because even though I've just sold all of my video games to make space, I still need a physical copy of the new games, which is ridiculous. But it's very different these days, Williams. So instead of buying the games, you can pay for a subscription, which gives you access to a game library. So I didn't actually, when we bought the console, I didn't actually purchase any games. You pay this $12.99 a month or whatever it is, and you have access to the library of games. So we've played a few, we downloaded a few, but a lot of the games we downloaded are for Braden. So we downloaded one Power Rangers beat 'em up game, which is very good, and Brain's quite good at it.
Was it like a Tekken type thing?
Like Tekken, but you're the Power Rangers. So
yeah, nice.
I am starting to question whether it was a good thing to go and buy.
Could I got something cheaper?
Well, could I have paid something off the mortgage or put it towards Christmas? It's they say that thing that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure when I'm going to stop making stupid purchasing decisions.
Oh, never. But we never do.
Do you know what the PlayStation has mainly been used for so far? to play the
DVD watching.
to play the Sonic 2 DVD. So I have the child is absolutely.
It's just an expensive DVD player. Sing 2 is a good film. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because we did an absolutely Mickey Mouse degree. Let's be honest about it, Williams. We had to go in once a week and just change some colours.
But without our multimedia degree, we would never have launched this podcast.
Well, I can hold my Welcome to First Look Gnomes, Episode 2, Part 2. We got rudely interrupted by somebody treading on the broadband wire and us getting disconnected. We were in the middle of
discussing our multimedia degree.
a highly intellectual conversation about our ability to deal with multimedia degrees. Just for those listening, I used to be nicknamed Scott Boy at university due to the amount of leads that I had, and to be done over by technology is actually quite ironic. But there we go.
We had I've got a box of cables. You definitely had a box of cables.
I got rid of all my cables, if you remember. I sent you a picture saying I'm throwing them all away. But would you believe I now actually have 2 big new boxes of cables, and I don't actually know where they've all come from. I have no idea what half the cables are. I have no idea where they come from.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe it's people of our age, Craig, but you need a cable. You go to the box of cables. There's not the cable that you want in there. You buy a new cable. It doesn't work, so you add it to the cable box. So
that's it. You just the Amazon cables and the random iPhone chargers and the random. It's the short cables. It's like headphones that come with like these short charging cables. Like, why is there a charging cable that's 6 inches long? What am I going to do with that? When a 6 inches ever big enough values.
6 inches is
for
plenty,
a cable.
Greg. That's plenty.
Gets the job done, doesn't it, Williams?
It gets the job done. Anyways, this is a family podcast, Greg.
I was talking about cables. I don't know where your smutty mind went to. Bloody Empire strips back. Oh, here you go. I'm going to send you this. This going to have a first look at them blue titties. Oh, let's have a look at some blue titties. Oh, I love some blue titties, me. Oh, green titties. Love me some green titties. Oh, look at those hairy Chewbacca titties. Let me pull your hair, Chewbacca. Ooh.
For the listeners as well, Craig is half naked at the moment.
Okay. You'll have to.
Anyways,
you'll have to beep that one, William.
Yes, But this arrived from the post. I don't know if you can see that there, Craig.
Mute, breathe more, snore less, sleep better.
So I purchased these last week. Breathe more, snore less, sleep better. It's a trial pack.
Okay.
So we've got small, medium, or large. Find your ideal fit. So you've got to try all 3 sizes.
Give the listeners some context, Williams. Is this due to your snoring, or is it due to have you bought these for Georgia because she snores like a trooper?
No, so this is for me. So this is my snoring has escalated, especially since COVID. So my snoring, I do suffer from sinus problems anyway, especially after a beer or 2. So apologies in advance, Georgia. Well, not in advance, because time you listen to this podcast, I do apologise for the evening of the 7th of October.
You snore like a Wookiee.
But yes, I snore like a Wookiee. So I received these this week.
And what is the verdict so far?
Not great, actually. So I tried the small size, Craig, but they didn't fit. Well, they did fit, but they didn't really do the job on my nostrils.
Can you explain how these work and what the concept is? Do you shove them up there?
These ones are plastic jobbies that you basically shove up your nose. And it's got a little attachments on it, so you can actually adjust the size of the actual hoops. So you can adjust the size of the hoops for your nostril. Small didn't quite work, so the small doesn't go up and deep enough.
Okay.
Whereas the medium size,
family show.
whereas the medium size, you can stick in. It does penetrate a little further through the nostrils. But I needed to expand the actual hoops themselves a little bit more. It does. But the large is too big. The large is too big. But yeah, I mean, the medium size did help, but because my but because you need to reach a bit further back, it's because it's more of a sinus issue, so it didn't seem to help as much. So I've gone back to I use sort of strips as well, not Empire strips back, but strips.
No,
so I've used the strips. They seem to work.
Oh dear!
But I stopped using them because with the plastic nostril things. So what's the technical name? Mute. What are they called? Nasal. It's a nasal breathing device designed to increase airflow through your nose during sleep by gently opening airways. Now, Craig, there's nothing gentle about these things. So you whack them up there, and it stretches you open. So you don't want to go too big too quick, to be honest. So
gently does it. So you need to eat. You have to ease it in, Williams.
Yeah. So in the next couple of days after using it, I had some sort of little cuts on the bottom of my nose, so I think I was too forceful with it.
Okay.
But
what she said.
But I need to try it again. But
we are men of a certain age, Williams. Snoring is a very common issue. I'm sure right now we could insert some stats about the amount of men and women that snore and the amount of partners that want to kill their other their partners because of the snoring. And I know you've always had the sinus problems.
Stats here.
An estimated 45% of adults snore occasionally, while 25% snore regularly, often disturbing their bed partner's slumber and possibly their own too. You're more likely to snore if you're overweight, are a middle-aged or older man.
So being a man who has also had the Breathe Right nasal strips, I remember when I went...
Did you have something like this, or did you have the strips?
So I remember a long time ago, I can still remember when I bought, it was like a clip. So I remember I was going to Vancouver, and the first night I was there, I was staying in a hostel, and I remember like flying to Vancouver, moving to Vancouver didn't bother me at all. But the idea of the shame of knowing that I used to, snore so badly.
The shame.
I was like, oh, flip me. I'm going to go into this room with 6 other blokes and I'm going to snore like a trooper. So I bought this, it was like a clip, and it was like an L-shaped clip, and you used to have to kind of push it up and through into your sinuses, and then push it right to the top of your nose, and again it would do the same thing.
That's too deep.
Well, it was too deep, and I remember putting it in there and okay, I've got this metal clip up my nose, but I did feel like I could breathe better.
Yeah.
And I remember the morning I woke up, I said to everybody, "Oh, sorry, was I snoring?" And they were like, "Yep." I was like, "Oh, was it bad?" And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, sorry about that, everybody. So it didn't work. But I remember the nasal strips, the Breathe Right nasal strips, they do help you breathe, but they don't necessarily help you stop snoring, because a lot of the time with snoring, it's not about being able to breathe. So it's a bit of a con, William, the con in you. Because snoring is caused by the skin in the back of your throat relaxing.
That's why
and closing over
as well. Sometimes when you're subconscious and you're snoring and you can kind of feel it, but you're asleep.
Yes.
That makes sense.
That's it. So being able to breathe is a different issue from the snoring. So it's actually, snoring generally is classed by your larynx. I think one of the people in the comments can tell me this, because I'm not going to Google it right now, but I think it's something in your larynx or something relaxing, and there's a bit of skin that kind of closes over, which...
Not your tonsils? No, it won't be tonsils, would it? No.
No, it's not your tonsils. No, it's a bit of skin that when you breathe in, it kind of flaps and vibrates, which causes the noise. I wish I knew. I should know more about this because for our lovely listeners to know, I do have a condition.
Basically,
called sleep
something at the
apnea.
back of your mouth goes floppy. Basically,
It does indeed. So the only thing I have found that pure snoring is either getting buff or being not buff. CPAP, so the continuous positive airway pressure machine that you've probably seen people, like one of our good friends calls it a Bane mask. You shove it on your face and it helps you breathe. But I remember being a recovered snorer. The sleep apnea machine that I have.
so you're a recovered snorer. Is that what you sort of class yourself as?
Oh no! If I didn't have a sleep apnea machine, then no, I would snore like an absolute beast. But the machine, I remember the first night when I had it, and it's deadly silent. So I remember Leslie Ann was at her absolute wit's end with my snoring.
Yeah.
I'm sure Georgie feels the same. And yes, I remember the first night I put this machine, I was like, oh, this feels funny, but slept like an absolute baby. I woke up in the morning, and not only had I slept better, but Leslie Ann had slept better as well. And she has been an advocate of the
Some mornings I
CPAP
wake up
machines.
with such a banging headache, and you can start. I definitely snored loads last night.
I would. So sleep apnea is quite bad. It's what killed. Speaking of, The Empire Strikes Back. It was put as the reason of Princess Leia. What was her name? Carrie Fisher's death was sleep apnea.
Really?
Yeah, because you can't breathe. So when I got diagnosed with sleep apnea, they do a test on you. So you go to sleep and they do a test called a apnea index. They give you an apnea index score, and it's basically how often do you stop breathing in the hour.
Yeah.
And it's anything like 0 to 5 is normal, 5 to 15 is mild, and then 15 to 30 is severe. So they measure this and they give you a score, and then they will decide whether they need treatment. But most people who snore have some kind of level of sleep apnea.
Yeah.
And I don't know how severe yours is, but for any listeners out there who are snoring heavily and waking up with headaches, go and get your apnea checked. Go and see if it's a problem.
Yeah.
They'll probably the doctor will tell you, yes, you've probably got it, and yes, what you need to do is lose some weight. But we all know that's not as easy as just, yes, okay, I can lose weight dead quickly, especially getting older, Williams, getting older. But yeah, get it checked out. You don't want to be having to shove stuff up your nose if it's not going to actually help you. You feel like it's helping you breathe, and it probably is. It's helping your sinus problems, but it's probably not helping your snoring.
No. You can get that spray stuff, can you, as well? But
you can, but again, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop your throat relaxing and all the muscles around your neck relaxing, and the actual your airway becoming blocked. So, because that's nothing to do with your sinuses, it's all back down in your throat. Go and get it checked. My advice to you and to any first gnomer who is listening to this: if you're suffering from the snoring, go and get it checked by a GP.
we have that responsibility to our viewers. So
We listeners, not viewers.
Sorry.
Hopefully, then I can't see this because No, I hope not, because I've got no clothes on. So I am a naked podcaster, everybody.
A naked podcaster.
A naked podcaster, and with a naked podcaster with a beer.
Hey.
I look great. What can I say?
So that was my first experience. Yeah, with I forgot what it's called again. A nasal breathing device. So.
And out of 10, how many stars would you give this device out of 10?
Oh. Are we doing stars?
1.
Are we sure we need to do a number of gnomes or a number of gnome hats or fishing rods? How many fishing rods or what's a gnome?
I would say so. Gnomes either have their trousers up or they're flashing their bottom trousers down. So would you say would trousers up being a good thing, trousers down being a bad thing? Is this a trousers up or trousers down?
I mean, I think you kind of answered it for me, but I think the trousers are showing a bit of bum crack.
Not full cheek,
because it does help with the breathing, but it doesn't stop the snoring. So I think you've got a couple of cheeks hanging out. To be honest,
a couple of cheeks hanging out,
but
not a glowing review.
But its modesty at the front is still covered.
Oh yes, no willies with the gnomes, is it? You don't get any of that.
No, not
porno gnomes.
Not this show.
Probably the only porno gnomes we get is probably in your Facebook history. Oh, dear me.